The nation taking time today to remember the 19th anniversary of the September 11th terror attacks, which of course changed America.
WGN's Julian Cruz has been following today's developments. He joins us now with more on that. Julian.
Micah, the 19th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks being remembered today at locations across the country and around the world. But in New York, the realities of COVID-19 and social distancing creating conflict for some of the grieving families. Emotions still raw 19 years after the attack, people gathering at a solemn Manhattan ceremony where the towers came down. Members of the New York Police Department ringing the bell at 8:46 a.m. Eastern Time, marking the precise moment the world changed when the first hijacked plane hit the North Tower of the World Trade Center.
Vito Joseph DeLeo.
James D. Debonair.
The names of the victims, for safety reasons due to the pandemic, pre-recorded, a break from past 9/11 ceremonies. Organizers fearful of allowing too many people near Ground Zero. A group of family members unhappy with the changes, gathering to grieve together at a street corner near the official ceremony. Among those witnessing today's events, Democratic presidential candidate for president Joe Biden taking time off from the campaign, and Vice President Mike Pence. The leaders crossing paths, greeting one another with an elbow bump. At the same time in Arlington, Virginia, others gather to honor the memory of the 55 souls who died when the hijacked American Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon.
It was a vicious assault directed not just at our people and our institutions, but also at our most sacred ideals: freedom, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
On a gray and blustery day, dignitaries, including the President of the United States, Donald Trump, and the First Lady, traveling to rural Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where 40 courageous individuals forced hijackers to crash into an empty field.
The heroes of Flight 93 are an everlasting reminder that no matter the danger, no matter the threat, no matter the odds, America will always rise up, stand tall, and fight back.
Biden later traveling with his wife Jill to pay his respects at the memorial to Flight 93 in Shanksville. Biden telling the Associated Press that he has so much admiration for the 9/11 families. Vice President Mike Pence and his wife Karen, while they were in New York, read Bible passages with a group of 9/11 families. In the newsroom, Julian Cruz, WGN News.